What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Continuing with our 12th house series, today we'll be discussing Sun in the 12th house. What happens when the king enters the house of isolation, imagination, spirituality, foreign culture, amongst other things. So, a 12th house Sun displays a great amount of humility. And what this position really represents is a sacrificing of one's ego or one's individuality. I believe that this incarnation really is about a person exploring their inner world or getting to see themselves from the divine aspect, the aspect of that, or the selfless aspect, the aspect where it's not about me and what I'm trying to let everyone know about me, but really just letting your true selfless nature speak for itself and draw others in. So a 12th house Sun can achieve fame, but if they do, they'll be really, really detached from it. And they tend to be detached from a lot of material things. And along with a 12th house Venus, I've seen that the 12th house being a house of losses can lead to a 12th house Sun and 12th house Venus can be very spendthrift and very free-handed with money. And this can lead them to being in lots of debt. So, and also people just outright taking advantage of them because of their detached nature. So that's something you definitely want to be aware of, is if your 12th house Sun is what about my detached material attitude can I improve upon without feeling like I'm sacrificing my spiritual nature. Alright? Because life is about balance. You want to have you gotta achieve in the material world as well as be spiritually grounded to be whole. Okay? You can't just do either just one of the or the other. Now, psychologically, what I've noticed with this position is that 12th house Suns are really talented people, and there's usually some kind of gift. It can vary. Okay, we all have a gift, but for the 12th house Sun, it's something that everyone notices before them, and once the 12th house Sun does notice, it may seem that their self-undoing is sabotaging. Because since the self-confidence of the person is unconscious and hidden, they don't have that full belief within themselves. So they can have a million people telling them that, you should really look to assert yourself in this is your talent, and they just won't do it. Okay? I've encountered this with many 12th house Suns. Also what I've seen for 12th house Suns and Venus conjunct or just both here, it's really hard to, I guess, find fulfillment through relationships. These people, I guess because Venus here is very high standard and picky. But for the few charts I have, seen with the 12th house Sun and Venus, they just either haven't been married or the marriages were really short. And this can come from a psychological fear of commitment. Okay? And it could go, and this can stem back to the childhood. 12th house Suns, they either come from situations where father just was not there, okay, for whatever reasons. He was just not there, and because your father gives you your confidence. He really does. A man teaches his children, especially his son, who he is. Alright? Now, so father may have just not been there, and from there, you have a whole lot of conflicts and issues asserting yourself and really believing in who you are, similar to the 8th as well. But on the other side, when father is there, he could be overbearing. He could be really protective. And this is where we'll look at the sign. You look at the sign to get an idea of the father's attitude or outlook to the child. Father could be very overbearing, or the kid imitates father, because 12th house is with spirituality. It forms a spiritual connection there, and this kid, whether father is quote unquote a good guy or bad guy as far as society standards, the kid doesn't care. The kid looks to their father as somebody I need to be like. So a 12th house son, if father wasn't there, his chances are you really still embody a certain essence of your father, and you may not see it, but the father should be able to see it, and the mother as well, depending on how well she knows the father. So there's a strong spiritual connection here. So if it's an instance where father wasn't there for you and then he came into your life later on, fix the relationship, because you're still looking for that relationship and for someone to give you that confidence. Now, I also think this can be a karmic indicator of whether or not in a past life you exerted your individuality or not. I would look to the North Node to see, or give more understanding to your personal analysis. But yeah, I think a 12th house sun could indicate somebody who didn't fully exert themselves in a past life and it still is lingering. Okay? But like I said, on the other side, it could just be your lifetime to look at the world and experience your son through the divine outlook, 12th house outlook. Alright? So, like I said, guys, dealing with your 12th house sun, how do we make this energy conscious? Well, you make this energy conscious by using your gift of humility and a detached ego to lead others. I believe this to be a messiah position. Okay, somebody who can really have others follow them through their individuality, because the 12th house sun is just different. Okay, and with the correct grounding and raising of their vibrations, they can attract a lot of followers and inspire people in the realm of creativity, spirituality, or whatever. Like, this can make a great teacher. This can make a great preacher. This can just make a great motivator. Somebody who, through their actions, motivates others to do the right thing. Alright? Now, another way to make this energy conscious is to exert your creativity, right? Exert it in the sense of spirituality. I would say that because it's when a father isn't there to give you that confidence ever, you're gonna get it through your spiritual nature. When you finally do realize how much of an individual you are, and all the things that people have been telling you, you'll get deeper into yourself, and your light will start to shine to the point where not only others see it, but you're not able to see it. Alright? So keep in mind, your outlook may be how you view yourself will be very different than how others see you. Since you have this inner confidence, you may think, I'm great, I'm so kind to others and selfless and blah blah blah, and others may look at you as weak. Okay, others may say, this person, they should, if they weren't so kind, they wouldn't get walked over so much. So you experience the duality within doing the right thing and being an asshole to just be, how they always say assholes finish first, and it goes with saying nice guys finish last. Just within me saying that, you view yourself knowing that you do the things that you do to help others and move that along, and they look at you as weak. So it's a real good way to understand the nature of our humanity. Alright? So guys, this is my interpretation of the sun in the 12th house. If you haven't subscribed to my page already, feel free to do so. And until then,